Arjuna's question was, as we saw in the previous clip, which path is nobler? Worship the Lord with the form, or withdraw from all activities and quietly turn your silent, alert, and vigilant mind exclusively to the formless, infinite, all-pervading, eternal, immutable reality? Sri Krishna says, does it matter? The essential factor is to bring your mind to me.
All of us are very devoted. We visit our temple or church or mosque, the house of God. But even though we are with great belief in the Lord, go there, at the altar when we stand, our mind runs away from Him. Oh Lord, give me that job or that contract or that profit or that. My uncle is not well, my father is not well, my children have got examination, they have not studied well, please, oh Lord. Lord is standing there ready to bless you. Bless what? Your mind. And you go physically there and stand. Mind back again in the village. My property, my litigation, blah, blah, blah. Hi. He says, bring your mind to me. Physically you have already evolved. Now the next stage of evolution is to readjust the mind. Bring the mind to me, I will adjust it and give it to you. That's why in all Hindu temples, God stand in this way. Why? Give me your mind. As you are waiting, I will readjust it and give it to you. What? As you wait. Not 24 hours laundry. Not that tomorrow I will give you. No, 3 days. No. Right now. You surrender your mind. I will readjust it and give it to you. Immediately. Instant correction. Lord is standing there. And all gods in the endless temples in India, they are all standing there from the day of their pradishtha, installation, till today they are unemployed. Why? Nobody has given the mind.
Isn't it amazing? God is unemployed. Good. So how Gurudev is summarizing for us so that he is preparing our mind. So, yesterday, did you reflect on your own experience? When the child did something wrong and caught red-handed in front of both mother and the father. Mother also saw. Father also saw. First mother saw. Then the same time father also saw. Now the child has no escape. Now they said, now this is punishable mistake. But we being educated parents, we give you the choice. Choose. Who should beat you? Do you want mom to beat you? Or dad to beat you? What will the child choose? Universally. If at all I have to be beaten, there's no choice. Since there's no choice, I choose mom to beat me. Why? Past experience. When the father gets angry, he temporarily forgets that he is my child. Because of moral dignity. Yeah. At that time comes moral dignity. Then sound is less. No sound, not much sound. But the pain is up to the bones. But when the mother also angry, and she raises her hands farther than the father. The hand raises farther than the father. When it comes down on the child, it becomes a hollow. When it becomes a hollow, then what happens? Sound is more, but no pain. Why? When the mother is trying to act, at that time she remembers, this is my child. Not forget. The mother does not forget. What to do? Now and then he behaves like his dad. That's over. And that one, but hollow. So whenever you act in the world, that's what the Lord is saying in the verse, Ye tu sarvani karmani mai sanyasya. Surrender first and then act. Remember me and then act. Father temporarily forgot. And later on, the father, in the past, he said, I should not have beaten him that much because even now my hand is burning. My hand is paining. Forgetfulness. So we forget. We don't remember God and then act. Every religion cries out, screams, surrender first and then act. Not act and then surrender. Think, this thief, sudden the mob, people saw him stealing. When the mob sees the one thief and 10 of them saw, now they start running after the thief. And the thief is so scared, the 10 of them. And if he gets caught by the 10, what will happen? And the mob mentality, everybody will kick. They will not even ask without even knowing. Because all are kicking. You ask anyone, why are you kicking? I saw everybody kicking, so I also took a turn. So this thief doesn't know what to do. He's running and suddenly he sees a cop. When he sees the police there, he runs to the police and surrenders. Now when he surrenders to the police, now what will the mob do? They cannot beat in front of they start telling he stolen. And he said, oh, sir, I surrender to you. I surrender to you. And in the jail, when he's taken, will he argue that I surrendered, therefore don't punish me? Can he say that? The police will think, at least we caught one case because he himself surrendered. Think. If I remember that if I do this act, I will be punished. If he had remembered, he will not go into that venture. Isn't it? So we forget the divine presence behind every activity. I cannot act without his presence. Consciousness has to be behind every activity. Seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, feeling, thinking. Consciousness must be there because it is conscious seeing, hearing, smelling, tasting, touching, feeling, thinking, and performing. If that presence is not behind, none of this inert and insentient equipment can function. So first, remember that divine presence. When I'm remembering that divine presence, what will be my perceptions? It will be divine. What will be my feelings? Divine. Thoughts? Divine. Noble thoughts. Beautiful feelings. Kind and compassionate feelings. And actions, excellent actions in the service of the society. So that is the glory. So ye tu sarvani karmani mai sanya. First, you surrender all your powers there. It's because of him I got all the powers. Remembering him, I act. So when we act in that God's assurance, surrendering to him, and then when we act, what will happen? God himself says, Ye tu sarvani karmani mai sanyasya matparaha, taking me as the supreme goal. This was said even in the 11th chapter, the last verse. Mat karma krit, mat paramaha. So, mat etu sarvani karmani mai sannyasya, doing for my sake. Everything I do for God's sake. And then, mat paraha. My intellect considers that as the highest ideal, my highest goal, my goal of life. And then, mam dhyayanta upasate. So, matparaha, you can say even devotion. Mat bhaktaha, because you are totally devoted to him. Therefore, you take him as the highest. And mam dhyayanta, thinking of me. And upasate, serving me. So, yetu sarvani karmani mai sannyasya. Matparaha, mam dhyayanta upasate. When all these are done, ananyenaiva yogena mam dhyayanta. Ananyenaiva yogena is bhakti yoga. Mad bhaktaha. Mam dhyayanta upasate. Thinking of me and serving me. Then tesham. Those who have done these precautions, they followed these steps. What steps? Yetu sarvani karmani mai sannyasya. Matparaha. Ananyenaiva yogena mam dhyayanta upasate. Those who have followed these steps. Tesham. For them, I become their savior. Tesham samudharta bhavami. I take them out. I save them. I protect them. From where? I become their, I save them from where? Mrityu samsara sagarat. Mrityu samsara. From mrityu, I save them. I save them from death. Oh, if I'm working for him, I follow all the steps, I'll be saved from death. Yes. So I will not die. Yes. Yeah, I never knew this. Analyze death. What is death? Yesterday, died. Then morning, died. Evening, dying. November, died. December, dying. 2025, 2024, died. 2025, dying. How many more days? 3 more days. Think. This realm of change is called death. So now we are caught up in the realm of change. Constantly buffeted by all various experiences, physical, emotional, intellectual, bumping in physical pains, emotional sorrows, intellectual dejections. Constantly bumping. Now pain, now pleasure. Now joy, now sorrow. Now elation, now dejection. It's called realm of change. From this realm of change, I save them. Mrityu, this realm of change appears. How can I cross this realm of change? It's like an ocean of change. Bhava Samudra. The ocean of becoming, the ocean of change. Anybody falling in the ocean cannot swim to the shore, because even the best swimmer, because he can't see the shore. When you cannot see the shore, which direction will you go? You'll be swimming in front of you. You're thinking you're going straight. But I'm told, maybe you have to find out whether it's true or not. Even though you are thinking you're swimming straight and you can't see any shore, No lighthouse, nothing. Or mountain, nothing. And you're swimming. At one point, you take a turn, it seems. And then you'll be swimming in circles. So when you get lost in the forest, you'll be roaming there only. Like lost in space. So too, we are lost in the realm of change. We cannot, the ego cannot come out. You might have experienced in your own home. When you're about to enter your tub, because you have made your tub ready, because it's a very hot time. So you wanted cool waters. So cool waters. And then when you come about to, at the time you see a small ant in that tub. Now in the tub, the ant, for the ant, the tub is an ocean. And you have heard how God saves. So the godly kindness comes in your mind. And then what do? You take the toothbrush. And you are very conscious that you take your wife's toothbrush, not your toothbrush. And then show it to the ant, and the ant immediately climbs the toothbrush. And you take it near the window and blow it off. You feel that I saved the ant. You don't tell your wife. So to the Lord, when I'm remembering Him, taking Him as the highest goal, He is my goal. And then with that attitude, when I'm working, He shall save me from this realm of change. I will not be affected by the realm of change. Everybody wants that. I should not be affected by pain or sorrow or dejection. When I turn to Him, no pain, no sorrow, no dejection. At the same time, no pleasure, no joy, no sorrow also. But we don't say that generally. When we say in the beginning, no pleasure also, no joy also, no elation also. Here, why do I? At least some small pleasures, small joys, small elations are available. There, pure bliss, beatitude. So, those who surrender to Him and act, He says, I will lift you out of the realm of change. Now the question comes, when? When will He? When will He give me the lift? I've been standing or facing all the challenges. I've been showing my hand and everything, all the only experience I'm seeing. I don't see anybody lifting me out. When will He lift? Lord says here the time clause. When? Nachirat partha. Nachirat samudhartha bhavami. Nachirat. Chirakala means Chirakala, long time. There's a Chiranjiva, live long. Na Chirakala. Nachirat means soon, very soon. How long will it take? Long. Why they have to say like that? Long. Why the scriptures declare long you shall be saved? Because it all depends upon you. Because all based upon your vasanas. Means all your pending desires. Because vasanas express as desires. And desire itself putrefies as thought agitations. And the desire and agitations will whip the body into actions. Think? So more and more pending desires, therefore, delay. Moment you are exhausting your vasanas, how to exhaust the vasanas? By remembering Him without selfishness and selfish desires when I work. The existing selfishness gets exhausted. No new selfishness gets accumulated. Thereby the pressure of selfishness on my mind and intellect reduces. So less and less selfish desires. And soon I start recognizing the divine presence and working for Him and Him alone. So, to the extent I have selfishness and selfish desires, self is far away. Therefore, all masters have been telling, work without selfishness and selfish desires. So this is, so nachirat. But it takes time to exhaust the vasanas. When the vasanas are exhausted, no more selfish desires. Maybe a little, 10% selfish desires, 90% not selfish. And slowly the mind and intellect starts integrating. More and more you love and respect that divine presence. So now in the following verses, Lord Krishna enumerates all based on vasanas. So vasana-based paths. So imagine those who have only 20% vasanas. Don't go and tell outside 20% vasanas, 40% vasanas, 60%. Don't tell others. This is only for our calculation. Just to understand, if I have 20% vasanas, I have exhausted 80% vasanas. Such seekers, those who exhausted 80%, only 20% are remaining. Such seekers will feel like following the first path. That's the next verse. Now let's see verse 8. Shreya, are you ready? Good. Verse 8. Mayyeva mana adhatsva.
Mayyeva mana adatsva.
Mayi buddhim niveshaya.
Mayi buddhim niveshaya.
Nivaseshyasi mayyeva.
Nivaseshyasi mayyeva.
Ata urdhvam na samshayah.
Ata urdhvam na samshayah.
Very good. Hi.
Very good.
Good. You have to say very, very good. Good, Shreya. Shreya Rajaraman. Great. Now let's see. Mayyeva mana adatsva. Mayyeva. In me alone. Mana adatsva. Place your mind. Fix your mind in me alone. Mayyeva mana adatsva. Then what about buddhi? Mai, in me. Buddhim, your intellect. Niveshaya, pierce your intellect into me. Dig, pierce. Niveshaya, make the intellect enter into him. So, Mayyeva mana adatsva, fix your mind on me. Make your intellect pierce into me. Then, nivasishyasi mayyeva. Then you, them and I. Today we are identified here. You, them and I. Nivasishyasi mayyeva. You shall live in me alone. You shall live in me because you are your mind intellect. What your mind is turned to, or where your mind is fixed, where your intellect is, there you are. So you shall live in me. Nivasishyasi mayyeva. Ata urdhvam. Ata urdhvam. Thereafter what? Na samshaya. No doubt whatsoever. Thereafter, no doubt. You shall no doubt live in me and me alone. Thereafter. This verse, Mayyeva mana adatsva, Mai buddhim niveshaya, it reminds me of Govindagiri Maharaj. Govindagiri Maharaj was in Uttarkashi. He was Tapon Maharaj, Shishya of Tapon Maharaj. Along with Gurudev, he was there. So after my course, when I went in 1986, I saw him. Very thin Swami. He, at that time itself, he must be in his 80s. I don't know how old he was. So, and he will walk like this. And he will tell, when I see him, he said, Pailwan aa raha hai. Pailwan means a wrestler is coming. So thin and is walking like a Pailwan. Actually, he is trying to balance himself. He is balancing and coming, but he will tell Pailwan. Pailwan means a wrestler. So he will. So since a great old saint, so I thought I should go to him, bow down to him, and seek his upadesha. So I went first, then early morning, around 5 o'clock, prostrated to him and sat in front of him and said, Maharaj, any upadesha? He looked at me. He scanned me and then said, okay. Atma samstham manah krutva na kinchidapi chintayet. He said. I was so thrilled. So I bowed down to him. And then went and started preparing. What? Atma samstham. I know that verse is in chapter 6. Chapter 6, verse 25. So you can also refer. You will know that I am not bluffing. So chapter 6, verse 25. And the first line, Shanaihi uparamet. Buddhya dhrutigruhitaya. Atma samstham manah krutva na kinchidapi chintayet. First, shanai, slowly and steadily. Uparamet. Withdraw the attention of the emendai from the external, outgoing attention. Having withdrawn, buddhya dhrutigruhetaya, the firm, determined intellect. Atma samstham manah kritva, having placed the mind's attention unto the self. Having placed it, na kinchidapi chintayet. Don't entertain any other thought. And studied all the bhashyas, all the commentaries. Then I thought my job is done for today. Now, very happy. So next day again, early morning, 5 o'clock, went to him, prostrated to him, and did namaskar and said, Swamiji, Upadesh. Again he looked at me and said, Atma samstham manah kritva na kinchidapi chintayet. I started thinking, I didn't tell him, but my mind, kal aap yahi bataye the. I did not have the audacity to tell him, what, yesterday you told me this and again you're repeating the same thing. I didn't have the audacity to tell. I thought, old man, he might have forgotten that he told me yesterday. Again prostrated and went back. Now, nothing to study. Free. The next day, again, 5 o'clock, I went and then prostrated. Maharaj, Upadesh. He looked at me again and then said, Atma samstham manah kritva na kinchidapi chintayet. My mind said, this man knows only this much. He knows only this, I think, nothing else. So prostrated and went back. Next day I didn't go, because what's the point? He will tell the same thing. Now only I realize what he meant. Mayyeva mana adatsva, may buddhim niveshaya, nivasishyasi mayyeva, ata urdhvam na samshaya. Now I understand. And now I start thinking that after the next day onwards I didn't go, he might have thought, oh, this brahmachari must have pahunch gaya, shayad pahunch gaya. That's why he's not coming. He had a positive attitude towards me. Isn't it? So he thought that I reached, therefore I didn't return. So if you are fixed there, what more? Nothing more. So the mind flowing in all emotion. And the intellect also is digging his nature. If you see, if I'm a Krishna Bhakta, if my Ishta Devata is Lord Krishna, what do? My mind flowing in all devotion under the blue boy of Vrindavan, wearing yellow robes, flute bearer. All these images comes in your mind. Blue boy of Vrindavan, wearing yellow robes, flute bearer. This mind is lovingly thinking that. With all love, the mind is flowing in that direction of your Ishtadeva. Intellect, analyzing. Blue. How can anybody be blue? How can anybody be blue? Blue sky. Who painted the sky blue? There is no blue sky. Anything beyond the range of your sight appears blue. Means blue is the color of the infinite. So infinite is indicated by the blue boy of Vrindavan. Wearing yellow robes. Yellow is the color of earth. Silicon dioxide. Yellow is the color of earth, matter. So the blue infinitude wrapped in matter. The infinite Lord wrapped in matter. See how the intellect is going. Because each one doing their task, mind with all love. Intellect digging the reality behind. And flute bearer, flute empty reed with 7 holes for the Sapta Swaras and 1 hole where he pours the breath. The flute is our own BMI. The reed with 7 holes, 5 senses, mind, intellect, 7, 5 plus 2, 5, eyes, ears, nose, tongue, skin, mind and intellect, 7 holes. And through these, he pours the breath. So I should become the flute in his hand. O Lord, may I be a flute in your hand. Gurudev wrote to me once, Lord has ways of dealing with his pet instrument. He wrote me. And I knew that I am his pet instrument. He knows how to take care of me. I take care. That is what I see. In my whole life, I could see when I retrace back my life, how much he took care. So that the intellect starts analyzing. So may I be his flute. I will allow his music to play through. So this is, so Mayeva mana adatsva, May buddhim niveshaya, nivasishyasi Mayeva. Atha urdham no samshaya. No doubts whatsoever thereafter. Over, chapter close. Because if somebody asks, fix your mind to fall asleep. Intellect also peers into sleep. And then what will happen? You fall asleep. After sleep, then what? After sleep, then what? Sleep on. Isn't it? Nothing more. Because you are trying to sleep. And when you have slept, what else to do? Till you wake up. So to here, you want to realize him. Fix your mind in him. Pierce your intellect into his nature. And then you become him. But the tragedy is what? When you start practicing, then only you realize. It's very easy to hear. Fix your mind in me. Pierce your intellect unto me. Oh, very nice to hear. Then you shall live in me alone. No doubt whatsoever. Very nice to hear. When you start practicing, then you realize. Like one who has never rode a bicycle. When he never rode a bicycle, how will he know the dangers of falling. He never rode a bicycle. What will he know about falling? So too only if you practice placing your mind, placing your intellect, then only you will know. The tragedy, our mind intellect is such, whatever my mind loves, my intellect does not respect. And whatever my intellect respects, my mind does not love. Think your own life. You love your spouse. I'm only deliberately using the word spouse. You love your spouse, but do you respect? Swamiji, my spouse knows nothing. How can I respect? This is what. Your boss, you respect. My boss, what ideas he gives. He's 10 years younger to me, but what ideas? Ayya. Okay, you respect your boss. Do you love your boss? Love the boss. Swamiji, he's pit bull. He's a bulldog. How can I love? Pit bull. I can't love. So what you love, you can't respect. What you respect, you can't love. Now, how can you place? Both are opposite to each other. Isn't it? What your mind loves, what your intellect respects, the same altar. Mind loving the same altar. Intellect respecting the same altar. Giving all respect means love and respect is called reverence. The confluence of love and respect is called reverence. And whatever you revere, you shall become. This is the glory of reverence. Because where mind intellect is, you are that. So with love, devotion, and with respect, reverence, love and respect together is reverence. And whatever you revere, you shall become. Then Lord must have been seeing Arjuna's face. His face was saying, I don't think I can ever do. My mind is like this. What my mind loves, my intellect does not respect. What my intellect respects, my mind doesn't love. What to do? Krishna is like the sari shop person. He can see the face that the person is not happy with the sari. What will the person do? Immediately, see this one, next sari he shows. Why you are not able to do this? Because your vasanas is not 20%. Your vasanas are 40%. Only 60% you exhausted. 40% vasanas are still there. Now what to do? Next path. Why mind and intellect is not able to plug in effectively? Because of 40% vasanas. So the next verse gives a technique for those who are having 40% of vasanas. Let's see. Verse number 9. Ready, Shreya?
Ready, Swamiji.
Atha chittam samadhatum.
अथ चित्तं समाधातुं
Na shaknoshi mayi sthiram.
न शक्नोषि मयि स्थिरम्
Abhyasayogena tataha.
अभ्यासयोगेन ततः
Mamichhaptum dhananjaya.
मामिच्छाप्तुं धनञ्जय
Atha, now. Atha chittam samadhatum na shaknoshi. Mayi sthiram. If you are not able to fix your mind and intellect unto me steadily, if you are not able to fix your mind and intellect unto me steadily, then what? Then abhyasa yogena, by the yoga of abhyas. How many yogas we have? Karma Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Jnana Yoga. Lord Krishna is coining on Abhyasa Yoga, by the yoga of practice. Abhyasa Yogena Tataha. Then by Abhyasa Yoga, you seek to reach me. You are not able to fix your mind in me and your intellect steadily in me. Because what my mind loves, my intellect is not able to respect. What my intellect respects, my mind is not able to love. What to do? So, what is this Abhyasa Yoga by which I can overcome this? Same, what we saw earlier. Shanaihi Uparamet in chapter 6, verse 25. The very next verse. Because Krishna himself knew at that time that Atma samstam manakritva na kinchidapi chintayet. Having placed your attention unto the self, don't entertain any other thoughts. There itself he gave the technique if you are not able to do it. What is there? What's the technique? The Abhyasa Yoga is given there. Yato nischarati manaha chanchalam asthiram. This is verse 26 in chapter 6. Whenever the mind's attention derails from the point of attention. Yato nischarati manaha. Whenever the mind's attention is derailing from the point of attention, going off the track, Rama Rao comes. Think what Lord Rama and Rama Rao. What connection? No connection. Lord Rama and local Rama Rao. No connection at all. But yet, association, thought association. So Rama Rao. When you get that thought, Rama Rao, if the mind is quiet, intellect is alert. When the intellect is alert, Rama to Rama Rao, not now, you will tell. This is called Abhyasa Yoga. Because mind is chanchalam, restless, astiram, unsteady. So when you're trying to hold exclusively your attention there, the restless mind will derail. The unsteady mind will fall off the track. So whenever that happens, whenever the mind, yato, that's why we said 2 times. So whenever the mind's attention derails from the point of attention, then and there, control it and place it back on the track. This is what intellect has to be observing. Isn't it? So Rama Rao, not now. Isn't it? Because what to do? But mind is chanchal. Mind chanchal and astira, like a monkey. It keeps slipping. So mind like a monkey, restless and unsteady. You might have seen children, restless, unsteady. How long can you keep them engaged in activity? Very tough. And the parent saw the child making faces at the monkey. Making faces at the monkey. Child also is like a monkey. So when the child is making, they saw their son making faces at the monkey. Mother scolded. Don't do that. And what the child says, Mom, he started it. See that? He started it. Now what will mom say? This is how our mind is. So when you watch the restless children, you can see your own mind at the seat of meditation. So whenever the mind derails, then and there control it. Niyamya, Vairagya Bhavanaya. With the help of Vairagya, dispassion. And Atmani eva Vasham Nayet. So this is the technique. This technique is called Abhyas yoga. Yato yato nischarati. Tatastata niyamyaitat. Atmani eva vasham nayet. So whenever the mind's attention derails, then and there, pick it up and place it back. Now you mean to say that you mean, oh, great. I can practice this. What will we say? Swamiji, you are saying whenever the mind's attention derails, then and there, pick it up and place it. I don't know when my mind has wandered. Mind running away itself, I do not know when it runs away, when it has fallen off track. You said whenever the mind's attention derails, then and there replace. You are saying so easily. I don't even know when the mind's attention has derailed and gone, long ago gone. And it wanders all over the world and returns totally tired at the seat of meditation. Imagine. So mind, I did not recognize the mind wandering. When the mind returns tired, then I recognize my mind went. Now there is no more time to meditate. So I bow down to the Lord. Oh Lord, bless me. Lord, what should I bless you? What for I should bless? For surfing all over? So why is my mind is not able to detect the mind's digression? Even in our talks also, here and all, in this only, here only I see one tragedy of Zoom. But here also I can just unmute and ask. So in the talks I used to ask, because somewhere I digressed and I don't know from where I digressed. So I asked, from where did we digress? My audience, they are with me in the digression. And they also, because yatha guru tatha shishya. Swamiji, we are with you. We enjoyed the digression very much. But why you digressed? We also don't know. When you don't know, how can we know? At least they have an excuse. Isn't it? So, mind digressing itself, I don't know. Mind wandering itself, I don't know. Why is this? It is not 40%. I have 60% vasanas. Even abhyasa yoga, not possible. Whenever the mind's attention derails from the point of attention, then and there place it back into the point of attention. Is not possible. Why? I don't recognize when the mind has wandered. If imagine the dog walking. When you're walking the dog, you tell others I have to walk the dog. This is what you tell your friends. I have to walk the dog. But you don't know what your dog is telling other dogs. Your dog tells other dog, every day I have to walk this guy, every day I have to walk this guy. Because who is in the front? Who is walking whom? The dog is invariably in the front. So he is walking you. And you say, I am walking the dog. If the dog is on the leash, then if the dog is trying to wander, you pull the leash. Even though the leash can be extended, you allow it to go for, but even it's going in a dangerous way, you pull it back because it's on the leash. But you had more trust in your dog and you let loose, you remove the leash and you're walking behind. As you're walking, you're watching the dog also, he's going. And suddenly you saw somebody and lost in the discussion. And then when you look for your dog disappeared. Then you start running, you are searching, and finally the dog returns. Like that, my mind, Swamiji, it wanders and then returns tired. What to do? So, Abhyasa Yoga, not possible. Because 60% vasanas. You mean to say Lord Krishna will say, no use? No, don't worry. You have another technique. Those who are having 60% vasanas, the next verse. Let's see. Verse 10. Abhyasepya samarthosi.
अभ्यासेऽप्यसमर्थोऽसि
Mat karma paramo bhava.
मत्कर्म परमो भव
Madarthamapi karmani.
मदर्थमपि कर्माणि
Kurvan siddhimavapsyasi.
कुर्वन् सिद्धिमवाप्स्यसि.
Very good.
Very, very good.
See that? Thank you, Shreya. Now see, abhyase api asamarthaha asi. Abhyase, in the practice of yoga, abhyasa yoga, that also asamartha. Samartha means very dexterous, skillful, expert. It's called samartha. Samartha Ramdas. Jai Jai Raghuveera Samartha. But we are asamartha, not samartha, not dexterous, not skillful. So if you are not able to practice abhyasa yoga, then what should I do? The Lord Krishna is saying, abhyase api asamartaha asi. Punjabi, tusi. Abhyase api asamartaha tusi. Mat karma paramo bhava. If you are not able to practice abhyasa yoga, the yoga of practice, means placing your mind's attention. Whenever the mind derails, the attention derails or wanders, immediately pick it up and place it back. If you are not able to do that, because you are not even recognizing the wanderings of the mind. Because more mind's preoccupation with the digression. Intellect is not alert. Why? More vasanas, more desires, more thought agitations. So if I am not able to detect the derailment of my thought attention, then Lord Krishna says, Mat karma paramo bhava. Then be intent in doing actions for me alone. Work for my sake. Mat karma paramo bhava. Be intent on doing actions for my sake. You work for me alone. Not for anybody. Wherever you are working, feel and think that you are working for me and me alone. Work for my sake. For my sake, do everything. You be my ambassador. Be my ambassador. Imagine being the Lord's ambassador. A powerful country's ambassador in other countries has a lot of respect. They command respect. Why? The country is powerful. If the powerful country's ambassador itself commands respect, what to think of the ambassador of the Lord himself? So be my ambassador. Work for my sake. If you're an ambassador, you have no say of your own. Your opinion, you keep aside. You represent your country. Country's opinion is your opinion. In the meetings, if you say, my country's opinion is like this, but I have my own opinion, what will happen? Immediately you get a cable, phone call. Return immediately. Think? So, be my ambassador. Work for my sake. This is a beautiful story. Vasudeva, Lord Krishna's father. Lord Krishna's father is Vasudeva. Therefore, Krishna is called Vasudeva. So, Vasudeva Putra is called Vasudeva. So, Vasudeva. So, Vasudeva, he came to know that Kamsa, his brother-in-law. So, when he came to that he has kept a donkey. This donkey was trained to bray. Whenever a child is born, the donkey will detect the childbirth and bray. So this donkey he kept in the jail because Vasudeva and Devaki were in jail and the Krishna is going to be born. So he kept this donkey alarm. When he kept the donkey alarm, Vasudeva came to know about it. And this donkey is well trained. And it is said that Vasudeva, at a quiet moment, goes to the donkey and falls at the feet of the donkey. Imagine falling at the feet of a donkey. And he prays, "Oh donkey, please, I pray you don't bray." And the donkey became kind and compassionate. It nodded. Imagine. This is the story. In South India, especially Telugu people, they know this story. So it happens is one boy, Telugu boy, young boy, having come, and he wants the job desperately. So he goes to the boss, Telugu boss, and then he says, request the boss, please give me job, please give me job. The boss says, there is no job, I have no vacant position, I can't give you. Then you are also Telugu, I am also Telugu, but I can't give you. There's no place. And the boy falls at his feet, holds the boss' feet. Indian boys, they can do that also. He holds the feet of the boss and says, boss, please give me. Now when the Kalla Vela Pattunadu, I say, okay, I'll give you. Okay, what is your name? Vasudev, sir. When the boy says, I am Vasudev, the boss remembers. So I am the donkey. For Krishna's sake, Vasudeva is falling at the feet of the donkey also. So to this boy, for the sake of the job, he is ready to fall at the feet also. And because this boy knows that story, he was feeling that you are the donkey and falling at the feet. So if you're not able to practice Abhyasa Yoga, whenever the mind derails from the point of attention, then and there replace the attention. If you're not able to do that, then work for my sake. Mat karma paramo bhava. And then Krishna adds, Madarthamapi karmani kurvan. When you're doing all the actions for my sake, even by doing the actions for my sake, what will happen? Siddhim avapsyasi. You shall attain perfection. Because when you start working for the Lord, everything you're doing for Him, slowly you start recognizing what? You see an unseen hand. You see an unseen hand. What? Holding you step by step. Helping you. Guiding you from behind. Molding your thoughts, words, and actions. You start recognizing that divine hand. When you start recognizing that divine, you start working more and more for Him alone. That's why here it is said, Siddhim avapsyasi. There in the last two verses, this was Siddhim avapsyasi was not said. Even in the first, Mayye mana, that's what, my buddhim niveshe, then Siddhim avapsyasi. There Krishna did not. Here he is saying it. But so you may start thinking, how can it be you attain perfection? One day I was in one of the members' home. This is a long time ago. So I saw the host near the stove. So I went and, what are you making? I asked. And she said, Swamiji, I'm making tea. And I looked. When I looked, what do I see? I told you are only boiling water. She looked at me and why did, as though she could not scold me. If the husband had asked that question, finished. You know, she said, Swami, she's trying to explain because she thought he doesn't know what to do. Poor, he had nobody to cook for him. So she said, Swamiji, yes, I am boiling water. But for what am I boiling water? I'm boiling water for tea. Next, after boiling, when the water boils, then I add milk and milk boils. Then I add tea and sugar and then serve you. Oh, she's only boiling water. But she says, making tea. So to Lord Krishna is saying, Siddhim avapsasi. But actually, what is he doing? Or working for my sake. If you're working for my sake, soon you start seeing a divine hand guiding you, helping you, molding your thoughts, words, and actions, guiding you at every step. Then you become fit for Abhyasa Yoga. Then you fix your mind and intellect totally unto him and merge unto him. Thus, paramparaya, step by step, siddhim avapsyasi. So, work for my sake. Then slowly you attain perfection. Now one may think, working for my sake, why should I work for God? We say in the Aarti time, Tera tujko arpan, kya lage mera, and all. We sing Aarti. And next day also we go and sing the same Aarti. Tera tujko arpan, kya lage mera. And the Lord may ask, yesterday de diya na? You gave me yesterday a tan man dhan. Tan man dhan sab kuch hai tera. Tera tujko arpan, kya lage mera. Are kal diya tha na? Yesterday you gave me your tan man dhan. And today again you're coming and saying, I'm giving my tan man dhan. Because you gave yesterday, but the God is so busy with so many, so you went at the backside and took it back. See that? So we don't want to work for God. Why should I work for God? I will work for me, myself alone. Why? It is not 60%, 80% vasanas. More and more desire. Me, myself. I, my, caught up in the attachments of I and my. I work for myself. Anybody would have said, oh, gone case, terminal case. Anybody, any other religion would have given up. Gone case. Lord Krishna, no. You have 80% vasanas. What to do? But he gives a technique even for the 80% vasanas. Only 20% you exhausted. 80% still remaining. What can I do? What sort of technique can be given? Here is the technique for those. So verse 11. So chapter 12, verse 11. Athaitadapyashaktosi.
अथैतदप्यशक्तोऽसि
Kartum madhyogam ashritaha.
कर्तुं मद्योगमाश्रितः
Sarvakarma phalatyagam.
सर्वकर्मफलत्यागम्
Tatah kuru yatatmavan.
ततः कुरु यतात्मवान्.
Very good.
Very, very good.
Now, atha etat api ashaktah asi kartum. Atha etadapi kartum ashaktah asi. If you are not able to do even this, what? Doing all the actions for my sake alone, you are not able to do. Why? I want, for my own selfish reasons, I will do. I will not do for anyone. If that you are feeling is what to do, okay, at least do this much. What? Sarva karma phala tyagam kuru. Sarva karma phala tyagam kuru. Renounce all the fruits of your actions. Madhyogam taking refuge in me, renounce or abandon the fruits of all actions. Sarva karma phala tyagam kuru. Taking refuge, madhyogam taking refuge in me, abandon all the fruits of actions. Being self-controlled, yatatmavan san, being self-controlled, taking refuge in me, abandon all the fruits of actions. Now this statement, sarva karma phala tyagam kuru, people misunderstand so much. Because you should Shastram Patha Guru Mukhat. Not by your at least one Upanishad. Some Upanishad and Gita. One chapter of Gita and one Upanishad from the Guru. Then you can know the Guru initiates you into the scriptural style. So when this Sarva Karma Phala Tyagam is a technical term. Karma means actions. Now think, any action can be done only in the live present. You can act only now and here. Here and now alone, we can act. Think. I cannot act now, yesterday. I cannot act now, tomorrow. Impossible. I can act only today, now, here. This is one point you have to always remember. Action is possible only in the live present. Then, results of action. The results of action can come only after the action. Isn't it? Not before the action. So action plus time is equal to result. Now our habit, bad habit, what? Of getting ourselves worried, anxious for the future results. What will happen? What will happen? You don't know about the future. When you don't know the future, why are you worried? Why are you anxious? Gurudev used to tell that this man always used to meet Gurudev and say, Swamiji, nuclear bomb is coming. And everything will be blasted. All will die. Swamiji, what can I do? Every year he will tell. And so next year, it did not happen. Next year when he meets, Swamiji, last year nothing happened, but this year, sure. Every year he was repeating. And Swamiji said, look, when the nuclear bomb comes, you get some information that it is coming from the eastern side. Run. Run where? Eastern side. Towards it. Why? When everything is blasted and you alone survive, what will happen? Everything gone. Imagine for a few days no electricity. Your life goes haywires. No power. Imagine. Now when everything blasted, nothing. No shops, no malls, nothing. Everything is you alone, all alone. Miserable. Miserably you will die. So better run towards the direction of the arriving bomb. And then when you die, what? All have died. And you will see all around. When I die, I will see all of you also. When I see all of you, there also I'll start Gita class. Are, musibat, after death also you will not leave us. Okay. Now imagine the all, and this person, he sees all there going in a line. Now which is, you have to be little intelligent to choose which line to go. Whichever line is, very few members are there. Very few people are going in that line. Go in that. Why? Very few people go to heaven. And from that other line, he is in the right in the front. Your friend, he says, Aja, come. I kept your place, come. You can tell, go to hell. Because that's a hell direction. Think. Little intelligent to choose how to follow. When all are in the same place. Think, if alone you die, where to go you don't know. That man said, I never thought like this. Swamiji, you're right. When the nuclear bomb comes, I will run in that direction only. So future, no one knows. And we are anxious, worried. Isn't it? So when I'm worried, when I'm anxious, I cannot apply my attention completely. Full attention to action, I cannot give. Isn't it? And some people say, Swamiji, in my home, nobody worries. So I worry for everybody. This is another. I worry for all. See that? Unintelligent. So because of our worry, our efficiency goes down. Just stop worrying. Worrying about the past or future. Stop worrying. That's it. Om Tat Sat means Om, that's it. Stop worrying. Plan your work. Plan out your work. Work out your plan. Planning time. See, now the action has 2 stages. Planning time, you can bring all the past knowledge. All your past experience is your wisdom. All the past experiences is your present wisdom. With the present wisdom of past experiences, you forecast your future. Make landmarks for the future. So having planned, then having made a blueprint of your plan, when you enter the field of action, field of activity, refuse to be seduced by the past regrets or the future anxieties. Refuse to be seduced. Your mind, don't allow your mind to be seduced by regrets or anxieties. Don't worry about the results. You want to work. You plan your work. Don't worry about the result. Thus, 4 paths Lord Krishna gives. So those who have 20% vasanas, Mayyeva manadaso, Mayi buddhim niveshaya, nivasishyasi mayyeva, atha urdhvam na samshaya. Then next path, 40%, atha chittam samadhatum na shaknosi, Mayi sthiram, abhyasa yogena tataha, mamichhaptum dhananjaya. Then next, 60% vasanas, abhyase api asamarthaha asi, mat karma paramo bhava, madartam api karmani kurvan, siddhim avapsyasi. And you say, I can't work for God. I can work only for myself. Me, myself. That's it. Okay, even then, what do? Athaitadapi ashaktaha asi kartum madhyogam. For my sake, you are not able to work. Don't worry. You need not work for me. But one thing you do. Sarva karma phalatyagam kuru. Don't be anxious for the fruits of your actions. When you are not anxious for the fruits of your actions, you are planned well, and you are, while executing your plan, your mind is not wandering away or anxious for the results. Your mind, you are efficiently working in the present. Efficient action brings forth excellent results. And when you get excellent results, you don't even know that it's because I renounce the anxieties for the fruits. Therefore, the excellent, you may not even know, but you start seeing excellent results. Slowly, slowly, you start seeing what? A divine hand behind. Sometimes I made a mistake there, but something happened. Somebody covered, something happened, and it was all set. So many people are in your help. Even this yajna to organize, even though it is virtual, how many people are involved? Anything can happen. So some hand is guiding. So you start recognizing the divine unseen hand holding you step by step, molding your every thought, every word, every action. You start recognizing that divine hand. Then you slowly start working for that hand. You become fit for Abhyasa Yoga. Then when you're fit for Abhyas, then next, you can easily fix your mind in Him. And your intellect pierces through the nature of the reality and reaches the reality. You are awake to that state. You merge unto it. Thus, Paramparaya, you attain perfection. This is what the 4 paths lead you to the goal. Now, if you start thinking, oh Lord, Sarva Karma Phala Tyagam Kuru, it was said last, the 4th path. Is it the most inferior? Because last, is it inferior? Generally, we think last. You ask anybody, which now today in is the discussion, you ask, which path is yours? कौन सा path? मेरा तो पहला path. First one. What? Maya Manadaso. My Buddha Nivasesha. That मेरा पहला path. First path. Whether it's qualified or not, all want to claim mine is the first path. But if you are sincere, all 4 paths will lead you. You should choose based on your emendized condition. Now, having listened to all these 4 paths, imagine the world and in the live class, the mind is tired. More than 1 hour. Mind, fatigue of mind. That's why TED Talks are only 18 minutes, not more than 18 minutes. So the mind is tired, fatigue of the mind. Mind feels sleepy. When the school children are sleepy, like in my summer camp, it happens. When I see my children in the class are sleepy, immediately I said, stand up. And they stand up. Sit down. Stand up, stand up, sit down, stand up, stand up. They say, sit down. And in that, I say, stand up like a spring. I tell them, stand like a spring. Zoop, they stand. Sit down, stand up, stand up. They sit down and again stand up. In that activity, they laugh and the sleep, the tiredness, the fatigue is all gone. Now, adults, what can I do? Children are so energetic physically. Mental fatigue can come. So physically, they can wake them up in the physical action. Adults, can I do? If I say, stand up, sit up. You're all, adults are physically challenged. One pastor got very angry because one member got up and started walking out. In front of the pastor. Pastor just angrily he looked And later on, the wife of the pastor came from back. By the time his wife came in the front. So, father, don't get angry. So why? My husband, he has the habit of walking in sleep. He has a habit of sleepwalking. He didn't disrespect you. He didn't disrespect your lectures. He respects your lectures so much that he fell asleep. He loves it and glided into sleep. And his habit of sleepwalking. Therefore, he went out. Now, those who heard my Saturday, Sunday, never do that. I'll keep the people there, the coordinators, to shake you up there if you're sleepwalking. So, one more reason also you can think. The human mind, when held in attention for a long time, becomes sleepy. Even people who complain of insomnia, they can't sleep, when they sit in Vedanta class, they glide into sleep. Because like in the Mahabharata, Arjuna shot the Sammohana Astra and all fell unconscious. So to be Vedanta teachers, we shoot Sammohana Astra through words and all the audience. So when you see the audience are sleepy, what do? Start. See, in Vedanta, you can ask stand up, sit down, you can't do, because even if you tell them stand up, they may stand up and all. That is wrong, because you'll be disturbing their attention. So what should I do? Attention has to be shocked. So Krishna uses the technique of shock therapy. The technique of shock therapy. What is the shock therapy? See that. Next verse. Verse 12. Shreya, your name is coming. Shreyo hi jnanamabhyasat.
Shreyo hi jnanamabhyasat.
Jnanadhyanam vishishyate.
Jnanadhyanam vishishyate.
Dhyanat karma phalatyagaha.
Dhyanat karma phalatyagaha.
Tyagachantiranantaram.
Tyagachantiranantaram.
Look, how many contradictions. This contradiction is shocking. You may think, if you see the literal meaning, hey, Vedanta is very dangerous. Continuously studying Vedanta, even Vedanta teacher also goes crazy. If you see, Shreyo hi jnanam abhyasat. Shreyaha jnanam. Knowledge is better than what? Abhyasat. Knowledge is better than practice. And we have heard that an ounce of practice is better than tons of knowledge. An ounce of practice is worth tons of knowledge. Little practice. But here, knowledge is better than practice. And next one, jnanat dhyanam vishishyate. Jnanat, better than knowledge. Dhyanam. You are doing dhyanam to attain the knowledge. But here, meditation is better than knowledge. We meditate to attain knowledge. But here, Lord Krishna is saying, meditation is better than knowledge. Meditation is better. There, first, knowledge is better than practice. Meditation better than knowledge. The next, dhyanat, karma phala tyagaha vishishyate. Better than dhyana, meditation, is karma phala tyaga, which was said as last, the most inferior path, fourth path, 80% vasanas. So better than dhyana, better than meditation is what? Karma phala tyaga, renouncing, abandoning the fruits of action. And then tyagat shantihi anantaram. Imagine what a contradiction. So you may start thinking, so far Lord Krishna was so logical. Now suddenly the contradiction. Lord Krishna's these contradictions are deliberately used, because the good old days, the students are used to digging at such places wherever there's a apparent contradiction in the scriptures. A mound of contradiction invites a sincere student to dig and discover the treasure of ideas. So here we stop. So think, imagine you start digging. What can be, what will be the treasure? What treasure is hidden? So the mound of contradiction. So dig and discover. So tomorrow we will see.
Please do namaskar to the Arati.